Right guys, so it's taking a bit of time. I've been on some courses, but we're going to do a third video of how I've reset my life since January. We're into March now, but now we're going to talk about some habits that I have that have helped me to progress through my days and become that little bit better and take more control of my own life. We're going to take a look at this list and we're going to take a look at the first point. Right guys, first task, easy. Get up, make a bed. Everyone can do that. It's dead easy. That's something I do in the mornings now. So you get up, you make your bed. So I originally picked this up from Admiral McRaven, who's a US Navy SEAL. He's done a speech on this where he talks about how you've completed your first task because you've done the bed. So you feel more positive because you've already completed your first task of your day. If you've had a really bad day, guys, you're then coming home and guess what? You've got a nice warm made bed to get into. Just little things like that that help positively change your mindset because you've done a task. At the end of the day, you've still got that nice, clean, fresh bed to get into. That's the first task that I do. Second one, guys, a lot of people are going to be looking now going, who doesn't brush their teeth? Who doesn't make themselves smell nice? You'd be quite surprised, guys. I've lived with a lot of people who don't. And things like that. Simple as when you get up in the morning, brush your teeth, spray deodorant. If you can, guys, use smell spray. That way you smell a lot nicer and you've got fresh breath. That, just when you walk into a room or go to job interviews or anything like that, guys, just automatically will make you that little bit better. So many people out there that don't. That's why it's definitely on my list. Every morning, up, do that, and that's why I put it out for other people to see. It's small, it takes 2 minutes. Brush your teeth, spray, fresh clothes on, done. Right guys, drinking half a litre of water when you wake up. Many science-backed research articles that have backed up how it helps kick your immune system into gear and things like that. For me, guys, I had a massive tendency to rely on drinking Coke, fizzy drinks, things like that. Didn't enjoy water, should I say. So definitely looked more towards when I woke up. You've got that breakfast. The first thing I'd probably drink in the day was a can of Coke. That for me was like, whoa, hang on. Because I can see what that can do to your body. I mean, look at what it does to a penny. I now take my tablets in the morning. With my tablets, I then have that half a litre of water because it washes all those tablets down. If you don't take tablets, just having that half a litre of water will help freshen out the system. Many backed scientific research, as I said, guys, the back that it's a good thing to do and will help your body kick into shape. For me, it was more of a mental thing. I've had that first bit of water in the day, so at least at half a litre. Then easier for me to fight on through the day to get more water in, to change over to, instead of me drinking loads and loads of Coke in the day, we're then having water and having better choices of drinks. Right guys, read 3 pages a day. 3 pages, a lot of people will be like, 3 pages is nothing. Some people will be like, oh, 3 pages is a lot. I'm dyslexic. I really struggle with reading. Reading for me does 2 things. One, it helps me to develop my knowledge on topics. For example, I'm a personal trainer. So when I read books or information pages about strength coaching and things like that, I then pick up new techniques, skills, training methods, things like that for it. One book I'm reading at the minute that I can recommend, Rich Dad Poor Dad. That's just helping me improve my financial education. Don't get worried that I've said that word, because a lot of people will turn off and get worried because that word's been said and they're like, oh, don't know anything about that. I'll come on to that in a later video, guys, because there's some real good help I can give with that. That's the first task, is you're developing your knowledge on something that you want to do. For example, if you were going to be a car driver, you would learn the highway code more, you would do this, that, the other to make you a better driver. Okay, so that's the first task of it. The other one, I'm dyslexic. I absolutely hate reading. I am terrible at it. Therefore, the more I read, the better my skills become at reading. And I've then improved another skill in my life just by trying to absorb more knowledge and improve my own learning. So definitely, guys, read 3 pages a day. Check outgoings. Now, a lot of people are going to be scared, and a lot of people are going to go, well, there's no point in me checking outgoings because I haven't got any outgoings. Having closed down my business, I now check my outgoings just about every day. Don't get me wrong, there are days you're going to know there is nothing going out. But for me, I tend to check them every day. Weekends is where I change. Because I've had companies that should have stopped taking my money, that are trying to take my money. If you don't have the money in there, you then get charged. It then looks bad on your credit score. And there's numerous things just by not knowing that something's coming out of your account. So if you log on every day onto personal banking, check anything that's going out of that account. Make sure you've got the money in there to cover it. And if not, ring the company straight away. Whether it's because you can't afford the payment, just ring them straight away. Say, look, the payment's trying to come out, I can't. What can we do? Because most companies, especially these days, will be very helpful. And go, right, let's try this, let's try that, and try and work with you. The other one is, guys, you don't want it to come out or not to come out of your account and then your credit score get affected because you didn't move money from one account to another account just to make sure the money was covered. That will affect your credit score, which later on might affect you that little bit more. So check your outgoings every day. You'll soon start to learn all your outgoings. That way you can also then check, am I spending stuff on shit? Again, guys, I'll do another video on that kind of stuff. Finally, guys, train. Best thing I ever do. So that doesn't mean you have to go to a gym and you have to lift weights. It doesn't mean you have to go on a 60,000 mile run or do anything great and marvellous like that. For you, training might be getting up and walking around the block. Okay, guys, this is a very good habit to have. Small little things. For me, personally, I train 5 times a week in a gym where I will move weights, do HIIT sessions, things like that. And then on my weekends, I use them as an active recovery where I will then go on walks with the dogs. So take them out for an hour or 2, things like that. I didn't start there, guys. I started by taking my dogs around the block. I started by going to the gym and doing a couple of press-ups, using dumbbells, and did a couple of bicep curls, and I learned from there. You look back further than that, I did some little bits of training in the house. Training doesn't have to be anybody's big target. It doesn't have to have this massive end goal that you are now going to compete. It doesn't. Training, guys, is just to benefit your health and your life. For you, it could just be getting down and doing some stretches because you're really tight, because you've got a really physical job, like a labourer, something like that. Your muscles are always tight, so you just do 5 to 10 minutes of stretching a day. Could be taking the dog out for the walk. Just different ways of training, just small little bits every day, because it will help you to feel healthier and feel better for it. Get out of there. Anyway, guys, that is my list of habits that I will make sure I always have in place to help me feel better and mentally make me work harder during my days. This list might work for you, it might not. I've built things up by trying other people's lists. of their do's and don'ts and things you have to do every day and things you don't do every day and things like that. You're going to find your own. You might not like checking your outgoings every day. You might want to do that once a week. You know? This is my list. This is stuff I can recommend, and this is stuff that works for me. Give your own list a go. If you want to, guys, comment down in the comment section and say what you do as your basic daily habits. Things you will always do every day that make you feel better, feel more prepared for your day, makes you work harder during the day. Anything like that, guys. Comment them in the section down below.